Remember the killer, the lyrical beats, I'm gon' murder ya. Up in you like a hernia. You suck, I'm just confirming it. If you get defeated, they clearly be talking about you. Get off the bandwagon, get the swinging on dicks and get your brand accurate.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy ThaLiveKing coming at you with another video. And in this video, I'm just gonna talk about the updates in NBA Live 19. I think it's finally great that they're, focusing on the NBA side of the game. They made a little bit of gameplay improvements. I don't think it was that big of a improvement for online because I don't know. The online experience to me in live now is just, I don't know. I'm pretty much done with it. I might still do live events, but for me the offline experience is a lot better, and it's, to me, like the way it is now, it's kind of how they had it at launch. So I'm actually gonna dabble back into a lot more play now and stuff like that. So now that they did the updates, they actually they added the city courts in the game, so you can pretty much pick any team that has city courts. I just looked at Golden State, but I didn't see Golden State's city court in the game. So unless it's not a city court, unless it's just an alternate court. But I looked at it, they didn't have it in the game. So what they did was, a lot of people were talking about it, that they have injuries now in the game. So if you go to game settings and you scroll down, they have injuries in the game now. So you can toggle them on and off. Yeah, your player will go down in game now. There was a guy on Twitter, he actually posted a video where they had I think it was Donovan Mitchell, and he was going up for a layup, and he looked like he hit it was knee to knee with another player, and he definitely went down and started grabbing his knee. So he didn't show much. He just showed the injury, but he didn't show whether teammates will help him to the locker room or anything like that. They do have that in NHL, but hopefully that's something that they'll implement next year. But as you can see, they added injuries in the game. Now if you go to, actually since I'm here, I might as well show you guys my slider set. This is the slider set I've been using for the last few months. I don't think I updated it on the website, but a lot of it's pretty much the same. The reason why, another thing I found out was the off-ball push-off frequency, the off-ball push-off success, and the off-ball jostle success. I turned those two down right here, and I turned off the off-ball push-off frequency, so there's more action off the ball. So players are not just running around bumping into each other. If there's actually contact, the player will actually use his hands and stuff like that. That's why I turned it up. I got a game coming later on today between the Celtics and the Raptors, and you'll see that the player movement is a lot more fluid. So I actually had a great time last night playing that game. So when I'm done this video, I'm going to start uploading it, and then I'm just going to start working on that video. And I do have a Mixtape Monday video done, so that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Let me know if you guys want NHL mixtape videos too, because I've been playing a lot of NHL, so I might just throw something together to see how that would do. But yeah, that's what I do. I turned down the jostle versus blow by. Like I said in the last time, is that the more that you have it turned down, the less jostling you will have on the ball when you're doing on the ball defense. So it requires more using your feet rather than letting the jostle animations take over, and it actually opens up the game. So, and I turned down dribble move frequency because I didn't like all the ankle breakers happening. They said they fixed it, so I'm just gonna leave it down just to see how it plays out over the next couple of days, and if I need to make some tweaks, I'll probably turn it up. But from the game last night, I don't really have to touch it. So I also embraced the steals. So I left the steals at 50. They said they tuned the stealing, but I left it at 50. I had it turned down before because of the stealing was OP, but I kind of embraced it now because it actually made me a better player, a better passer in the game. So I'm more cautious of what type of passes I do. So once you learn to pass better, you'll be much smarter with the ball and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I left it at 50. And the CPU is pretty much the same thing. I just turned up their reach and frequency fouling because they would swipe at the ball a lot, and they would have like perfect timing or whatever. So I just wanted the CPU to actually think about swiping at the ball. So I might turn it up even more because you never know. Sometimes it's they're still too accurate. So, but it still needs a lot more testing with the patch. I haven't really been playing much, so I'm just gonna leave everything how it is and then see how it plays out. And everything is pretty much the same for the user, and that's all my settings and stuff like that. But anyways, let's get back to the player injuries in the game. They actually have a rating for it, but you can't edit the rating. So they found a way to implement it, but you can't edit it. But it's probably good that you can't edit it because it'll probably cause glitches. So that's probably why we can't touch it. So as you can see, injuries right here. I went through it. There wasn't a lot of players that were under 80. So the only player that I seen that was under 80 was Derrick Rose. So I guess if you're under 80, you're probably more injury prone. I don't think a lot of ratings should be under 70 anyway, unless a player doesn't do it. Like Ben Simmons, he doesn't shoot threes, so that is no way that should be 70. It should be like 0 until he decides to start shooting some threes. But yeah, so I guess a lot of the players that that never really get injured, they're probably rated in the 90s. So I'm not sure how it works like that, but as you can see, Channing Frye's at 82. That's the lowest. Patrick Beverley 82. Tyrone Wallace is at 81. So you rarely see any players. There we go. Joakim Noah. He's unless you're injury prone, you're probably under 80. Chandler Parsons should be under 82. That guy should be like a 60. DeLon Wright. I'm still mad the Raptors traded him, but they had to trade him. So let's see. So if you're injury prone, you're gonna be under 80, between 70 and 80. That's what I'm betting on. So I don't want to go through all the players, but yeah, Willie Hernan Gomez, he's a 79. So you rarely see any player in under 80. So, and I'll show you. It's Rudy Gobert's at 85. So everything is pretty much the same. They just don't have the injury rating. But what I hope this means is that they're actually looking into expanding the rating system in the game, because like I said, I still feel that there has to be more separation within the players. There should be, I like the NBA Live 09 scheme where they actually had athleticism ratings, because that definitely would differentiate players. So I'm just interested to see how many more ratings they can add into the game. I know K Spade said they were looking into the rating system. They were looking to rename some of the systems. He did tweet that out. So hopefully, they add a lot more. So there's a lot of separation, and there's more, like, say if you're playing live run and stuff like that, you can choose which rating you want to be the best at, right? So, you know, I just want players to play different. Like, I don't want all the players to play the same. You know, you add more animations, which they probably did, from what I seen on Tico's video, that they added a lot of the street ball. I don't know what's up with my throat. They added a lot of street ball dribble moves from the creators. So let me see. Let me go into that now. But it just helps create more variety within the game. So I might start a new franchise mode just to see how the injuries would play out. Because they pretty much have the system in place. You just couldn't get hurt during the game. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. So I'm gonna go to the one. Animations. Where's the animations? There we go. So they have all the dribble moves here. I guess you have to have a certain player. Let me see shots. Yeah, I guess they don't have them in there. But if you go on Tico's video, he'll show you that they have different animations from the creators. They actually had the professor stuff in there, so maybe you have to have certain builds just to see it. A lot of them they had. Oh, let me see layups. What's the layups? Because I know they had some of the creator guys in their game there. Where did she go? Why she have to scream? I guess that's a fail, but yeah, check Tico's video. He actually had a lot of the super dribbling in there. Yeah, so you know, them pushing the NBA stuff for the NBA side of the game, it's gonna help push the game forward, man, because the NBA is so big that it should be able to carry the game. And I guess they pretty much have you know, the streets is pretty much set, so I don't see why they can't work on the NBA stuff. So a lot of the street stuff is basically the same. Every time they update, it's just new players and the challenges, new gear and stuff like that. So I just don't see why they have to keep focusing on the streets, like. And you know, the EA Sports, not the EA Sports, but the EA quarterly results, they actually didn't like the performance of their, I'm gonna go with Nuggets. They actually didn't like the performance of their games this year, but that more has to do with, to me, I think it's more about the poor launches that a lot of the games had this year. Like, to me, NHL plays the best online of any EA Sports games. NHL to me is the most fun. Like, I was streaming threes the other day, a couple weeks ago, and like people in the stream were like, man, this looks like fun, because it's like the threes mode is like NHL hits. If you played like NFL Blitz, you know, all those arcade type games, like they have a mode like that in the game, and it's just pure chaos out there. And people are watching the stream, they're like, man, I might get this just for this mode. Like literally every time I'm playing that mode, I'm like laughing and having fun and stuff like that. But when it comes to like NBA Live Online, it's like I don't get that same satisfaction. So you know, it's all about me having fun now with these games. And you know, I'm gonna be playing more offline rather than online, because NBA Live Online is so frustrating. And yeah, I'm just gonna focus on, you know, my having fun playing games now. As you can see, this is the Nuggets court. They got the alternate court in the game.
Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Paul Millsap pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Post him up, post him up. No, I'm not gonna post it over.
To Will Barton. Had a chance, but it's no good.
But yeah, man. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. As you can see, the Nuggets court. They got a lot of good stuff in this game, man. They just gotta, you know, they just gotta present it like as soon as the game comes out, they have everything that they need that, you know, that's gonna help push the game forward. Right? So a lot of the stuff that you see now is what they should have been pushing at the beginning of the game, when the game launched. Must have maybe look different, I don't know. They need to fix his shoulders. His shoulders are a lot more broader than that. But I'm not the type to complain about this stuff. So. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave it at that. This video is way too long. And what do you guys think about the new update? What do you guys think about, you know, the gameplay? Have you guys played it? Have you guys, what are your thoughts on the gameplay and stuff like that? Let me know down in the comment section below. We'll have a conversation. And catch you on the next video. Alright? I'm out. Peace.
In the zone, yeah, man, she a rider. Only see her in designer. Baddest be all you was behind her. She got the main line, you got the light car. Oh, you know my bangers from the street.